O'Neill Outside is presented by CVA. It's just a better gun.
Hello again, everyone. I'm O'Neill Williams, and welcome to our program. Today's show is Travis in Texas, and that rascal has a big time, and he doesn't take much time, nor does he have it, to talk about some of the equipment, and you know I love to do that. So let's take a moment now. He's using a CVA nitride barrel 50 caliber MR, which is a mountain rifle. I've been muzzleloading now for about 22 years. It adds quite a bit to the hunt, as you can well imagine. And CVA has improved and improved and improved, and I want to take a moment out of today's program, like right now, to show you this 50 caliber Acura MR. It's got the nitride barrel. Now, what does that mean? Well, it's, without getting scientific, which I'm not likely to do anyway, it's super hard. The metal, the finish is so super hard inside and out, it will not rust, which has, over the years, been one of those bugaboos about muzzleloading. This will not rust, and it's fully guaranteed. If it ever does, they will send you a new rifle. Quite a guarantee. This is the rifle. We use Kona scopes, bright, clear, with a full warranty of replacement on the scope too. So that's what he's using for the muzzleloader hunt, and there's quite an adventure in Texas with Travis Johnson today on O'Neill Outside. But you won't see it unless you stay right there and watch.
All right, guys, let me tell you, 3 weeks in Texas, you'd think I'd be bored by now. No, I'm not. You've already seen the mule deer show. Couple weeks you'll see a whitetail hunt from Wheeler, but today I want to show you when I went down to Medina and met O'Neill. We both got a couple of buck tags, got the CVA muzzleloader ready to go. We're at a friend's ranch, covered with deer. Oh man, there's deer everywhere. So stick around. After the break, we're going to get right into it.
O'Neill Outside is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops, your local Toyota dealer, Rockwell Tools, the Whitetail Institute of North America, the Game Saver Food Saver, Realtree Camo, Bojangles, and Conus Optics.
All right, guys, I picked up O'Neill at the airport. We get to the ranch, unload everything. We still got daylight. Guess where I'm gonna be? I'm getting in the stand. First afternoon, watch what happens. Dang, that was fast. Here comes some deer. Here come a couple deer. Yeah, good buck, good buck, good buck. It's down. 3 weeks, 3 deer. O'Neill's only been here 30 minutes. And I had a monster 8-porter come in on me. I couldn't pass it up. Girl, yes. That is awesome. He is going to be mad because he just got off a plane flight. He came all the way out here to hunt. I picked him up at the airport, brought him out here, and they took him around the corner and put him in a stand. And I bet you he wasn't even set up good, and I've already shot my deer. So, all right, come on, let's go see him. Let's go take a look at him. Oh, come on. The old CVA muzzleloader doesn't play, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, that's 60 yards, 70 yards. What do you think about that? We sat there 20 minutes. I don't even think it was 20 minutes, 15 minutes. O'Neal hadn't even had time to get in his blind yet from dropping me off. And look at there. Look at that. Look at that. Number 3. 3 in 3 weeks. Yeah, we just got out here, been here about 20 minutes, sat in the blind, saw a doe coming in, said, dang, I think there's a buck behind her. And this was one of the ones that they had told me it was okay to shoot. They got a lot of big deer here. I just come out here, try to take a few off every year for them. And we got one on the ground. O'Neal is just over the hill right here. Like I said, he's still sitting there. I'm hoping we'll hear a gunshot. He's got the same deal going on. CVA nitride, 300 grain aerolite bullet. I'm shooting 150 grains of Hodgdon powder, and I was anticipating having a little bit of a longer shot than that, but whew, I tell you what, it's been fun. The CVA over the past few weeks has not let me down, not one time. And we got another good 8-pointer for the wall, so I'm gonna go get the truck and we'll go see if O'Neal's got one.
Let me take a second and answer a question that I get asked, I guess, most often on Facebook and email and the website and so on. And that is, how do I decide what size bullet to use in muzzle loading? If it's a deer, then I'll likely be shooting at 75 to 100, maybe 110 yards, something like that. I will use a 250 grain bullet. That's accurate, I've tested it, that's what I use. Hog hunting is a different story. He's tough, the shot's probably going to be close up, so I'll use a heavy bullet. I want real knockdown power. Lighter bullets for deer hunting, heavier bullets for hog hunting. But in each case, I'll always sight in. You've got to do that.
All right, so what'd you think about that? Trav does it again, 15 minutes. I've been out there for 2 weeks already at this point. Still got another week to hunt, and 15 minutes into the first day, boom, there he is. Well, they said, you know what, we got a fall turkey season. Hey, we need some does thinned out. You got your bow with you? I always carry my bow when I go to Texas because there's plenty of stuff to shoot at. Well, next morning, we're in there and I hear some gobbling. Get ready and watch this. I know a few minutes ago I was all excited because I got my buck in 15 minutes. He's a good 8-pointer. And look what walks up. Beautiful whitetail buck in bow range. Well, I've already been out there for 2 weeks hunting other places, and I had one tag left and I used it on that one that I shot the first afternoon. I was kind of kicking myself in the butt a little bit, but you know, one on the ground is worth 2 in the bush, except I've got to sit here and watch this guy walk away. God, I hate turkeys more than anything. I love shooting turkeys. And like right there. And you shoot them in the fall out here, and that is a beautiful, beautiful Rio. Got decent spurs on him, but the big ticket is right here. Look at that beard Jerker has. Good beard. It's my first Rio with a bow. He came in, 20-yard shot, put him on the ground. Awesome bird. Got decent spurs. Spurs out here get worn off real easy because there's so many rocks, but awesome bird. We got one more down. We're gonna get back in the blind and maybe a doe will come out.
All through the last few months of O'Neill Outside, did you take an opportunity to enter the Rockwell Tools fishing trip of a lifetime? It was on the website, it was in the show. Did you? It's too late now. We have a winner. His name is David Van Winkle, and lo and behold, he lives in Cumming, Georgia, and he and his wife are going to accompany us to fish at St. Simon's Island and stay in the fabulous Ocean Lodge Hotel, and we'll fish a couple of days with Mark Noble for those great big redfish off the Georgia coast. Look for contests often on O'Neill Outside. Maybe you can be a winner too. This week's hunting tip from Conus is a bit of a surprise because it's the way that you use binoculars. Keep this in mind. I use them all the time. Turkey hunt, deer hunt, no matter what. Take them to football, baseball games. I've always got some binoculars. Do this when you're hunting and you're looking deep into the woods for movement of game. Don't just sweep across. Well, I didn't see anything. Sweep and stop. Sweep and stop. Be patient. Remember, you're looking for movement. Sweep and stop. Sweep and stop. That makes best use of the binoculars and allows you to see movement deep into the woods. And that's your Conus hunting tip of the week.
There's more O'Neill Outside coming up. But first, let's thank our sponsors. Year One, Georgia Power, Bug Band Repellent, Solar Bat Signature Sunglasses, Southern Link Wireless, Hodgdon Powder, O'Neill Outside Spices and Seasonings, and ExploreGeorgia.org, the official Georgia tourism and travel site. Now, let's join O'Neill for this week's Big Green Egg Wild Game and Fish recipe.
Today's recipe on the Big Green Egg is for stuffed venison backstrap, and I want you to see how we started this. Take a look. I took this buck last November. I put it in a food saver, and this is how it looks after it's thawed. There's no freezer burn, and it's just right. Part of your finishing the hunt is to have a food saver. I'll show you what this looks like in a few moments. The dish on the Big Green Egg today is stuffed venison tenderloin. If you don't have venison tenderloin, you can surely use this recipe for so many other ways. You know, it can be beef. I would imagine, come to think of it, it could be even a pork tenderloin. I don't know. But cover it with cream cheese. It's going to be rolled up or folded over. Then cilantro. You can, you know, if this were Gail Williams, it would be covered with this, but O'Neill's not going to cover it with cilantro. Mushrooms, sprinkled along. Remember, it's going to be rolled up. Jalapenos. Oh man. Big Green Egg skewers. And then put on the Big Green Egg at 350, and maybe at 5 minutes we'll take a good close look at it, see how it's doing. I have the convector on there. It's much like an oven, and it looks great, doesn't it? I'll show it to you after it's done. Oh, stuffed venison tenderloin on the big green egg. It is delicious. Get the recipe at o'neilloutside.com, biggreenegg.com. Big Green Egg, the ultimate cooking experience. Time for the CVA guest book this week from Rick Zamito in Logandale, Nevada. And he writes, how do you choose a good scent for deer hunting? The appropriate time of the year, if it's a cover or an attractant, it needs to be fresh. That's the key. Keep those scents and covers fresh. Now, if you'd like to be awarded a CVA muzzleloader, go to o'neilloutside.com, the CVA guest book. If we use your comment on the air, CVA will send you a muzzleloader. You can use it a long time.
All right, well, it's the afternoon of my second day. First afternoon, I got a really nice 8-pointer. This morning, I got a turkey. Had a good beard on it, nice bird. This afternoon, we're gonna try to get a doe. Got a doe tag, and the owner asked me to, says he's got too many does on the place. Would I mind going and shooting one for, for some meat? So we're gonna do that. But we've got these questions that people are asking us, and they're going on the Facebook page of Southern Link Wireless. And this video will be on there, and it's probably going to be in the show, but I thought I'd take a minute to answer one of the questions. The question was, how do you use a grunt, and how often do you use it in the stand? I'll tell you that my answer to the question is I never use a grunt unless I see a deer and it's in that time of the year that the deer are rutting. I'll use a grunt if I can see him, if I need him to just come just a little bit closer in. Sometimes he'll want to fight grunt or snort wheeze. So that's my answer to the question. That'll be on the Southern Link Facebook. And other than that, I'm going to hang out in this blind. I've got my bow sitting here on the floor. I'm going to make it interesting, we're out shooting a couple does, so we figured we'd have a little bit of fun, give it a little bit more of a challenge. And hopefully one will come through this little clearing here. They kind of use this as a travel path in and out and around the bottom of the mountain right here. So I'm gonna hang tight. It's warmed up a little bit this afternoon. I'm gonna chill off. It's gonna be cold in the morning, so maybe we can get him in. That's my last Texas tag. So if I get one this evening, then I get to sleep in the morning, head back toward Georgia. You think it's gonna happen as quick as it did last night? We had to wait forever for her to give me a shot. And I stuck her perfect. Awesome. A buck, a turkey, and a doe. Awesome. Well, we had a little fun with the bow. Got a doe on the ground, meat for the freezer, meat on the table. But just in a 24-hour period, I got a nice 8-point yesterday with my CVA nitride. I got a turkey and a doe today with my bow that I bring out here just to have some fun. Texas is a target-rich environment, so you always want to bring a few arrows to sling at something. Jackrabbit, turkey, doe, something like that. And that Rage Broadhead did its job just now, so we got a little bit of meat. I'm gonna go get the truck, and I think I think. I just heard O'Neal shoot. Let's keep your fingers crossed. I'm gonna go get the truck and call him and see if he got a deer. That's what I'm talking about. Texas, baby. That's how you do it.
Closed captioning for O'Neal Outside is brought to you by Timbuktu Outdoors, making fishing and hunting convenient and ever more successful.